Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live from Aspen, Colorado. Welcome back to the Winter X Games. We are in the MLG Gaming Shack here for the MLG X Games Invitational, and we started this weekend with 8 of the world's best Counter-Strike Global Offensive teams. We're now down to the final 2, competing now for $25,000 as well as X Games Gold. We have Ninjas in Pajamas and LDLC. Let's kick it off by sending it up to the casters for our team introductions.
Thanks, Chris. All right, guys. I'm sure you don't need a reminder of who these guys are, but we're going to do that as a courtesy. We're going to show you these lineups. I mean, let's just get back into this, ease it in. All right, here we go. NiP to start off with.
Yeah, the Ninjas in Pajamas, the most famous team in Counter-Strike, and there's the most famous player, the best of all time in many people's opinion, Get Right. And he's going to have to be absolutely at his best today because LDLC are more than worthy. They upset them, well, it wasn't really an upset, but beat them in DreamHack. But Get Right's been on fire this tournament, and he'll do it again today. So charismatic, so friendly to the camera.
Absolutely, and NiP have been so on fire in this last tournament. And now we have the new AWPer here, Michael, the guy bringing the new style there. Look at this guy, he's so friendly with the camera. And this guy is basically such a quick shot with the AWP. You might not, if you blink, you might miss him. So make sure you watch out for that.
And then it's Exist, player who finally got his break in the previous iterations of Counter-Strike, but left it to join this roster to start off what was a brilliant 87-0 run, and a lot of it was due to his brilliance in strat calling. He leads these guys. He's the puppet master. Not that they're puppets by any means. They've all got a lot of skill, but he's going to have to do it again today, of course, against Happy, who's also known to be quite genius himself. So final adjustments, get focused, and Exist is going to be on point today.
So then, Forrest, this guy is, like all the ninjas, quite something, quite spectacular in of his own right. Always good for the clutches, always good with the AWP, can pick up any weapon. He's just always dangerous. Rifles, pistols, just everything. This guy always comes through in the big moments for NiP, and absolutely phenomenal player to watch.
And last but definitely not least, the player that Get Right said himself yesterday has been the best for them. It's Freiberg, and he absolutely has had some crazy good kills on entries. They're going to look to him again today because they've got to crack apart one of the best counter-terrorist teams in the world in LDLC. In fact, probably the best counter-terrorist team in LDLC. So 8 teams down to the final 2. It's Sweden versus France. And that means we got to take a look at their opponents. LDLC, such a strong team.
All right, so the French Rambo, there he is, Smith. I should don my bandana, just as James does. Whenever we see this guy play, Smith is always, again, pretty much like Michael, a very quick draw with the AWP, flashy player, very aggressive, very good with the CZ as well, as LDLC are somewhat known for. But this guy, especially on maps like Dust 2 and Inferno, very strong opening up the game for his team.
Next up, Kiyoshima. He's been so, in my opinion, the best player for them this weekend. His entries have been phenomenal. He gets so many multi-kill rounds, especially on Inferno. He was unstoppable going into the B-bomb site. We'll see if that map gets played, but keep your eye on him because if he's on point, LDLC have the huge ability to just roll rounds together.
And here we go. It is Happy, the cerebral assassin, the in-game leader here for LDLC, the guy that's known for creating intricate strategies, leading his team, but also this guy has been fragging like a crazy man, so always good for the clutches as well. This guy is a jack of all trades for the team, invaluable.
And the player who's often touted as their best, Shocks, he's been so strong as well. There was a bit of the start of the tournament against specifically CLG, he went quiet, but from then on, he's been absolutely on point and a stylish player and stylish person. His personality matches his in-game work, and we'll see if he can use that again today. Big smile, and he's looking forward to this. There's no doubt. They're pumped up. They're focused. They went to bed last night early, and they want to get out on top. And last but not least,
it is indeed MBK. This guy has pretty much everything. Very smart player, very focused, determined, consistent, and always relied on by his team. Very good at support. Could be a star player, much like Zipnix for Dignitas rather, but he tends to take a less of a star player role, let Kiyoshima and Shocks open up the rounds more, but this guy is a beast nonetheless.
So there it is, NiP, Sweden versus France, your 2 best teams here at the X Games, playing for the first ever Counter-Strike gold medal. And to talk about how they got here and the teams they face and how they're going to go against each other, let's pass it over to the experts, Thorin and Faflaren.
Okay, thanks guys. It's Championship Sunday. It's the championship, the gold medal match, Faflaren. I'm Thorin, the esports historian. Faflaren here used to play in NiP, so as a result, he's used to kind of pairing with an all-world talent, acknowledged as the best, being kind of carried to that final, where he's going to play a contributing role, but he gets to share in the glory, you know.
I was going to say, I like it how you just make up your own title, and I don't get to make up my own title.
Actually, I was technically given it by someone else, but
really?
People think it was made up, because it sounds like something I would give myself.
So I'm going to give someone, so people always give me
What would your title be?
Well, it would either
King
be
Janitor.
944 or the best player in the world.
Yeah, when you're the best player in the world, they don't call you the best player. They call you Faflaren.
And that's why I'm sitting here.
Now, enough about that. Now let's actually get to the game. So this is going to be a very anticipated, potentially very exciting game because of the last time these two teams played. They played in the final of DreamHack Winter, the last major of 2014, and the first map, it went to, I think the first one was Dust 2, and it was the convincing win on the T side from LDLC. The second map was actually Inferno, and amazingly, even though LDLC is an all-world team on Inferno, NiP stomped them on it. The third map was Overpass, and this was one for the ages. This map was really, really good. One of the best maps of the year, because it was down to the wire on Overpass. Actually, NiP had 2 series championship points at the end. Somehow LDLC miraculously held on. They got to the overtime, and then in overtime, it was LDLC's turn for the magic, for the moment to come for them. And they won the overtime rounds. It was a really incredible victory because they'd been second so many times throughout the year. NiP obviously hadn't even been expected to make it to the final with this new lineup, with Makalele replacing you. They'd had their own magical run. It was just a really special game. And so now we've had both teams make interesting runs again, because NiP, it's a similar run to DreamHack Winter. It's the magical run. Last time they overcame Virtus Pro, they just fell to LDLC. This time they faced the world #1 ranked team, someone they'd never faced in a best of 3, Fnatic. Maybe the best series we've ever had in CSGO. Fantastic play forwards and backwards. And the key thing I think for them was they won from like the special chemistry. It's like they still have that quality, even though it's a little bit different with Makalele from your day. I mean, that was always the quality for NiP, right? It wasn't just tactics that won or being the best on one map. It was like there was some extra quality that when you have the right players together.
Yeah, I mean, we mesh together really well, and it doesn't really matter if you win or lose at that stage, because yeah, you might lose a game, but then we just come back stronger, we work on our mistakes, and then we always had that kind of chemistry, whereas, you know, we never really were, say, upset with each other and whatnot. We just tried to help each other as much as we could, and I think that's what really made us a really great team.
Because that's the thing. On paper, okay, we're just going to have a quick Tekken style versus again. This is the loading screen. So we've got two of the players who've been doing the best for their teams and two of their teams in this tournament. So look at the kills. The in-game leader somehow has 141 kills in this tournament. Happy. I mean, he's played a lot of maps as well. He's been going crazy. ADR is very impressive. Clutch kills, he's got a whole bunch. Headshot percentage is pretty good. Over on Forrest's side, unsurprisingly, headshot percentage very good, because you know if you give Forrest an AK and he goes in first, you're going to get some headshots. He's very, very good at that. ADR, perhaps not as high as you'd expect for Forrest historically. Very good. Clutch kills, I'm not so surprised there's less there, because Forrest goes in first. If Forrest survives till the end of the round, either they've just won the round or something went wrong. It's very rare actually he gets into clutch round situations, despite what some casters might tell you every now and then when the spinner goes onto that part of the section. Now, going back to the teams again, I mean, like I said, Fnatic were the world #1s. They were the ranked #1. Now, LDLC, especially due to DreamHack Winter, they'd really solidified that #2 spot. They were the #2 team in the world, right now, #2 seeded. But NiP, they actually only have the DreamHack Winter, that special run to the final, but that's it. That's the only tournament they've played with Makalele. Before that, they had two poor LAN exits. They had problems, so I have them ranked #5 right now. Now, just from making the final, beating Fnatic, I know they're going to jump at least 1 or 2 spots. Now, the question is, what's going to happen here? If they win, hey, they could be jumping right top 2, top 3. They could be up there. Now, let's look at this pick ban phase for Faflaren. What are you anticipating from LDLC? Oh, it's NiP ban first. Stats would tell us it's going to be Overpass. Do you agree?
Yeah, I completely agree. It's going to be Overpass vetoed by NiP. I'm hoping, in a way, to get the best series possible, that LDLC will veto Nuke.
Yes.
So we get all the good maps from both teams played. Instead of, let's say, they skip on that, here we go.
Okay, because you were worried otherwise, NiP just pick Nuke first of all.
Yeah, and one thing I just want to point out now, I've been every prediction we've done ever since DreamHack, I've said NiP will lose against Hellraisers.
Until this semi, yeah?
Against Hellraisers, against Virtus Pro, against LDLC in the DreamHack finals. Coming into this tournament, last night when they played Fnatic, I said Fnatic's going to win 2-1. Okay, apparently God's will not let me have my prediction correct, so I'm all in NiP today.
Oh, okay.
All in.
Okay.
They're going to win 2-1. LDLC will not stand a chance on the 2 maps. They're going to win one.
Dominant fashion.
Yeah, I
like it. I like the bold prediction.
Yes, they're going to go all in. If you have skins, smack them in there for NiP.
In case you're wondering, guys, we're not talking about... Oh, by the way, he just told you to bet on NiP with skins, so DDoS him, potentially death threats if NiP lose. Anyway, the reason we're not talking so much about what they're going to pick here is because it's extremely likely that NiP is now going to pick Inferno, and I think it's very likely that LDLC will pick Cash. I think these are the two most
think
obvious
that NiP
picks.
might actually pick Dust 2. It's
Dust
going to be
2?
between Dust 2 and Inferno.
Okay, but I actually think, based on the tournament go far, it's that thing like you said about the EMS scenario. I think that they have something to prove. They want to prove, listen, we almost beat Fnatic on Inferno. We beat Virtus Pro on Inferno. We beat you on Inferno last time in the Dream. I think they want to prove, hey, we're the best team on the world on Inferno.
Yeah, and especially since we've been talking to Smack to Happy, he's probably going to want to show us wrong. And we'll see if it happens. But yeah, I think in between Dust 2 and Inferno for NiP, they could actually just do a gamble here, kind of like pick Mirage. They played well on Mirage yesterday. Fnatic didn't look too good, but are we going to see another Katowice veto session here?
That is what's interesting. Remember, even when they beat Virtus Pro, they gave the map vetoes essentially looked like it was won by Virtus Pro. In the final against LDLC, it looked like the map vetoes were won by LDLC. Remember, it was going to be LDLC were going to win Dust 2 and Inferno would be over in 2. What's interesting is, I feel like for NiP, it's less important what the map vetoes are because they are very good. Because of the way they're winning with these magical circumstances. They're winning, like against Fnatic, they're winning every 2v2, every 1v1. Because of that, it's not so much about the map because it's not executing tactics. As long as they can get down into those scenarios in a close game, they can win just off team play, just off chemistry, just off like this guy being a clutch player. Okay, you go with Dust 2. Interesting now because logic would tell us, LDLC, if they really believe, hey, Happy, if you're the best team on Inferno, mate, quickly, lock it in. Get it locked in, mate. Best team, best map. Logically, right?
Exactly.
But I think they're going to go with Cash here.
I was going to say the same.
Especially because it was so close with Fnatic, and they know how it went with Virtus Pro DreamHack winner, and they know how ESC almost beat the... I think, logically, it's the one where you're very good on it, but NiP historically hasn't been so good on it.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that we won't see a cobble in the third map here, since if
We're just going to pray to the Volvo gods, please do not give us cobble.
Yes, so either Cash or Inferno for second map, and then even a Mirage for third, that's fine, but I would rather see Dust 2, Inferno, and Cash being played. That would be ideal for this best of 3.
That would be a great series. Or even, Inferno comes out as the third one, Mirage comes out as the third one. Either, any of those are fine. They could still be very exciting. Like I said when I made the joke the other day, I hope no Valve employees named his son Cobble, because we don't like Cobble, okay? We don't want to hear about Cobble anymore. Only a mother could love a Cobble. Okay. Now going back to this, I just hope we don't see Cobble because there's a part of me wishes that NiP had just banned Cobble because I also would have liked to see Overpass. I know NiP doesn't want to play it for some reason, but hey, Overpass at DreamHack Winter, that was a great game between these two teams.
Yeah, but I think they know since they haven't been playing Overpass at all this whole tournament, they probably focused on. Here we go. No.
Oh no!
Come on!
Curse you, Volvo! Curse you! Why? Why would you do that to me? Okay. So 2 things. 1, LDLC apparently Happy is a gentleman who needs custom-fitted trousers. He's willing to put it all on the line and show me how powerful they are on Inferno. But the Lord has decided that the third map will be Cobble. So maybe that's because it's going to be the most special Cobble we've ever seen. We haven't seen these teams play Cobble particularly. Last time NiP were playing Cobble, didn't go so well. We saw the end of your career for Flaren, right? But there were some good days in the past on Cobble.
Oh yeah.
Winning ESL 1 Cologne, that would be epic in its own way.
Yeah,
that would be fitting.
You can live off old results.
Yeah.
Right? And
some of us can.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you don't have any, so.
I've got to be on point all the time. See what I said there, Casters? On point. Some of us also go to that when we don't have anything else to say. So anyway,
going into the first map.
Let's just see who do the fans think are going to win? Because I think that's the most important for fans. They pay us to be experts. It's really all about the fans. They're the ones who know the best. Micro Center fan poll. So tweet hashtag MLGX games and hashtag LDLC or hashtag NiP. Now we know the NiP fan base is rabid, possibly mentally insane, should be restricted. No, I mean they're legion. There's a lot of them, and they're very passionate about NiP. So they've been doing good work so far. They've got it up to 70% on their side. Apparently, this is going to be a historic win for NiP. It's going to be magic. They're going to overcome the best team in the world. They're going to overcome the second best team in the world. Maybe they're going to become the best team in the world. Anyone from France who wants to kind of like not just give up now, don't give up hope yet. Wait until it's, battle on. You could still win on a cobble. Don't give up hope. This isn't the main O-line. You haven't succeeded yet, I think that LDLC's chances aren't fairly represented by 29%.
Well, I think the reason why they have 71% is probably because I told them to bet all their skins.
Because you actually told people to bet skins.
You're sitting there with the NiP
Playing a
hat.
dangerous game now that you've retired,
Well, the thing is,
throwing shots at casters.
I'm tired of being wrong.
Okay.
So this I feel like this is my day.
See, that's the difference between me and you, for Clarence. I don't get tired of being wrong.
No, because you're always wrong. That's right. Okay. No, but look at it. Just going into this tournament alone, which of these two teams have looked better?
Oh, I'd say over the whole tournament, NiP have looked better.
Yeah.
I did think that it was an impressive win on Inferno over Fnatic for LDLC. That was very nice. Obviously, they got shocked by CLG on one of their best maps, Dust 2, which we're going to see in here as the first map, actually. Yep. Actually, but I just realized I haven't given my prediction yet. So, if we set it up, I've let you say you're on the side of NiP. He said NiP is going to win 2-1. Dominant performances on the 2 that they'll win, which he's saying is going to be Dust 2 and Cobble, I guess.
No, I didn't say that. I said they're going to win 2-1.
Okay, 2-1. Which maps do you think they're going to win on?
Inferno and Cobble.
Okay, dominant performances, Inferno and Cobble. Bet all your skins. Blame him otherwise. He's giving you an... In fact, he'll refund your skins if you lose. I think he said something like that.
I have like 2 skins
gonna bet,
in Arsenal.
as usual, I'm going to curry public favour by saying I think LDLC are going to win this 2-1. But here's my problem. I was going to say 2-1 because I think they're going to choke, but I don't know how they're going to win on Cobble. So I'm going to have to go against public opinion and say I think LDLC will win this 2-0. They will win Dust 2 and they will win Inferno. And Happy, you will get to be right this time. I'm on your side this time. You're going to win Inferno. So I'm going 2-0. Fiflaron's going 2-1. He's saying they'll lose Dust 2. I'm saying LDLC will win Dust 2. It's Inferno that's going to decide it, I think. And so on Inferno, let's pick a player. I think on Inferno, after what I saw yesterday, I think the guy who can win it for LDLC is actually, I think, Kiyoshima, because I think their CT side, whether they win or lose, we've seen the problems they had in the B-bomb site, but I think they're going to need some T rounds this time. So I think Kiyoshima's entries, he has to match what Forrest can do on the T side. If he has those, because he can do that, run into the site, insta-one bullet a guy, and suddenly it becomes very easy to take the site. If you don't kill that guy, it's very hard to take it against these sorts of power players on CT side. So I feel like Kiyoshima's the X factor for this. Actually, I've got the wrong map. It's Dust 2 first. Let's go with Dust 2 first. On Dust 2, I'll say Smiths, actually, because I've seen when he's up as well on Dust 2. I think that's when LDLC's at the best. Who do you want for Dust 2? Either team. X Factor. I mean, you were picking LDLC to win, so who do you think for X Factor? LDLC.
Smiths.
Smiths as well?
Yeah, mainly because during that first Dust 2 game they had, he wasn't really showing himself, his true colors. Versus NiP here now, versus Michael Ayler head-to-head. You need Smiths to perform.
And that's it, you're going to see that head-to-head as well. And if they go for the door pick, actually, Smiths against Dignitas showed off really good door kills. He wasn't doing it where you just hold it in the gap and hope that they jump that there. He would sometimes trail it and shoot him through the door. And his accuracy was very good. And so if he can do that, we've seen sometimes you can kind of shake Makaleli. He'll give you chances when the other team's head up by repositioning. So that will be an AWP duel that I'm looking forward to. Is there a play on the NiP side that could win Dust 2 for them? Who do you think is the most vital for NiP on Dust 2? Forest.
Yeah.
Entry fragging.
Mainly on the CT side, actually.
Okay.
The duel
Which
up there.
Which position are we going to see him in?
Well, it's going to be in the middle or on B area with the op most of the times, depending on the economy they have. But especially on the T side as well, because yeah, you have Michael Ayler there for the entrance in the beginning, maybe getting a pick off Smiths in middle. But then it's going to be all on Forest, getting those entries onto a bomb site. Okay,
well, let's see. Will Smiths win? Will Makaleli prevail? Will Forrest get the entries? Will he have a great CT side? Let's start this epic final. LDLC versus NiP. Take it away, DDK and Sadakist.
Time for gold medal action, baby. France versus Sweden, NiP, LDLC. And before I get into it, back to Fiflaren poking some fun at us. I didn't call you out earlier when you said you knew exactly what Virtus Pro were doing on Mirage when you played them, because I seem to remember Snacks being behind you, and you had no idea that he was there in one particular round. So
shots fired.
But we are underway. It's going to be Pistol on point. NiP, the 3 players over toward B. Kiyoshima's already back in behind the box on platform. Smiths in middle. And by the way, they talked about Smiths being the player to watch on this map with his AWP. I actually think he's been the best AWP in this tournament because there's been a lot of inconsistency and underperformances from the others that we talked about. As Kiyoshima's down to 20 HP already, and they wisely nade him off. Smiths has to rotate. He's inside the site, but GetRight's got NBK over at A, so that's one less rotator in the rim, but they still don't have the bomb. They dropped that way back outside of B tunnels, so now Michael will pick that up, but GetRight's gone down as well, so the retake is possible if they're quick about it, and Shoxy's got Forest, so NiP a little bit slow to act upon the opening they created, and they haven't even crossed over to get the bomb down, and as they do, Happy catches them. The first one with the USB, and Shoxy's gone around for the flank, but it won't matter. Happy's gonna start off exactly how he finished yesterday, and LDLC claw into this round to get an early lead.
And so they get that very important CT pistol. Like, so it's changed things so much now, especially as Smith wants to get on that op super fast and get on the confidence really, really fast as well. Because if you actually imagine that NiP, okay, they win the pistol, they get the AWP first, then Smith is going to be buying an AWP into already an AWPer. But in this way, if everything goes according to plan, he's going to be able to get an AWP, but he won't be contested, so he gets to get his confidence going, shots going. But Kiyoshima here, he has the shenanigans with the scout. We're going to see the push coming in long here now as NBK, usually so good to hold that, but NiP going to break through the lines now as LDLC have Shoxy on the bomb site. He's got to hold on, but he's already tagged low. GetRight finishes him off. In comes Kiyoshima with the scout though. They're going to try to toss the bomb across the crossover as they don't have a smoke to cover. Kiyoshima unable to find an angle. Very smart play there from NiP to get that bomb down.
And they're already saving. They've already thrown in the towel on this round. So much like we saw in our bronze medal match, the Swedish team pick up an eco on the second round. So that's going to help them a lot moving forward. They should get a few more rounds on the back of this. They've picked up that shotgun. Michael Italy's going to hold on to that. GetRight picks up the M4, but they won't get that scout out of Kiyoshima's hands, and Smiths will save, but that's all they're going to work with. It's going to have to be smart, although this is LDLC. They're so good with pistols, and they might come up with something brilliant again. Ooh, tags up on GetRight, and he's going to just fall back. They'll let that go, but the problem is he's only got 38 HP, and he's going to have to go back the long way. He's got to be careful with this bomb as it goes off because he's holding that M4 and he just barely gets out. 6 HP.
So everything I said about, oh yeah, this is great. LDLC get to get Cecily up really fast. He gets to come his game, just get the confidence running. But okay, that's out the window now because NiP just decided to just barrel down long, switch it up, and now things looking pretty interesting here for LDLC as they do have a couple weapons saved, and LDLC is a team that is always going to get the pressure in. If they can buy, they will. And then it is the 2 pistols on Happy and NBK, but the rest have okay weapons. Kiyoshima still the scout, a really potent weapon on this map as well. So push coming in on Cat here for Shoxy, looking for the first frag, gonna get it. Goes down to 2 health there. Shock! Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Kiyoshima does get the jump shot, finally pays off, and they want the weapons here, but they gotta play it calm and careful. As NiP got so much time in the round, they're going to try to slow this down a little bit now as LDLC are running away with things here.
Equal to the task, they come right back. I said they're so good with pistols, but by saving that M4 and forcing out the other, well, never mind, MBK's dropped it. They did have an even advantage. In fact, they would have been ahead had they kept that gun and got the kill. Now they have an opportunity to get up Catwalk. Shoxy, the only one there holding on to A. He's down. Happy's going to have to be very quick on this rotation, but again, NiP not taking the advantage they've given themselves. We'll just sit back and try and figure out their opponent. But watch out, Smith's coming in behind. Kiyoshima's in middle as well. They're going to get pinched completely. They've got to go forward. And they will actually, with a great entry from Forest, get Happy. And GetRight and Exist are already focusing on that flank as the bomb will get planted for Catwalk, so they will secure up close. And here it comes, Smith's around the corner. Exist already knows he's there, spams away. GetRight actually gets the kill in the end. And it's all on to Kiyoshima, and he's actually going to run away with that AK. They know he's going to be going out long. I'm surprised Exist didn't, although of course didn't want to leave too soon and give away the round with low HP on Forest. I'm surprised he didn't try and cut him off, although as he cross over into dark, if Exist pops out, he might still get that gun out of his hands.
So you can really see exactly what was talked about over at the experts desk, the analysts there, but with regards to Forest. Happy, what he did was he made a mad dash across the crossover into that position on the slope. If Happy's actually able to stay alive there and doesn't get instantly destroyed by a one tap and delays him long enough, maybe even get some damage or even a kill, just delays him a little bit, his teammates can actually get the flank going, and that can actually work then. But because they killed him so quickly, they get onto position super fast, and that's all because Forest is just so fast there. So if Forest can consistently make entries like that onto the A site, stuff's going to get hard here for LDLC. And it already is hard times for them now as the full buy comes in for NiP. Up on Michael now. And Kyoshima, the only guy to save something, and the CZ unhappy, but across the board, it's going to be a save otherwise for LDLC.
Things going to start off. Exist into Smith's. Keo immediately back with 2. Holds off on that B side as Exist and Forest drop, so NiP are slowed down and now happy, and there you go, CZ75. They're so good with it. Takes down Get Right as well, and it's all on Michael, who does have the bomb in the AWP. And Freiberg, who has the AK. By the way, they've just secured one more as Shoxy pushed into the tunnels to grab the one that was dropped over there by Exist. It looks like they should quickly get this round against Ninjas in Pajamas and tie it up. They do so. Great play from LDLC, and just to make a point about the professionalism of these two teams and how well they know each other, even in the heat of battle, last round after that scout shot, Michael said, nice shot to Keo, and he responded saying thank you. So these guys have full respect for each other. There's no question that they will do so with both their gameplay and their efficacy.
So they picked the wrong side to go to, and now it's a big turnaround. Smith and Shoxy on the double orb setup now for LDLC. This came about much more quickly than perhaps they'd otherwise anticipated. And got happy, and MBK rocking the defense there on long as usual. Kyoshima, very strong, potent force on B, but he's going to be able to leave Smith there with the AWP. Because he's Shox there, looking for those players to come out of lower dark. Very common angle, very common timing, around the 120 mark, and he's going to spot them now with the pistols.
And the setup's strong, because look at, yeah, exactly, that right there. Keo was waiting to go for a pop flash and was also faced away with the flash through and forced Smith's back, or pardon me, Shoxy back, so he was there to perfectly cover off his teammate, but they're going to actually, despite Shoxy getting that first pick on Forest, head toward long. Get Right's the one that gets the kill, but Happy peeks out from the CT ramp and already takes down Michael. Freiberg does respond, though. A nice shot from that P250, but both ops are still on the board.
There's big damage here, actually. 2 players down. 2 ops still in the hands of the 3 remaining LDLC players, as we are going to see Kyoshima looking for that cap push. Shox going to be on the angle and crossover. Gero jumping past him somehow. Shox against Freiberg. Freiberg does take him down. That's a 2-on-2 now. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, things become incredibly doable here. It's a 1-on-1. Get Right versus Smith. The bomb is down on the crossover, though, and Smith has his aim trained directly on that position. Get Right has 20 seconds left in which to find a victory in this round somehow. And there is Smith waiting for the play now. He knows Get Right has to do something. In he goes. He's going to hear him now, running through the double doors. Get Right's running the wrong way, and Smith is going to take it down, but that is immense damage to the economy of LDLC. Only 1 player surviving, and that was from a double op setup, so that's going to sting a little bit there for LDLC.
And really, Get Right had no choice but to force the issue because, as we saw, the bomb was firmly locked down with that AWP. So almost 3 ecos on the board already.
Oh, double up for NiP now. Forest and Michael. This is actually going to get really interesting real quick. Going to go for the jump shots and not going to catch any players yet. Does get the tag onto Happy. Smith and Shox going to give up the ghost on the mid trades on the AWP. This is going to be a slow round, I should think.
And Smith has to be careful about how predictable he is with that flash peek. He does so much with the AWP because if they've got a good spawn, they're going to be waiting in position pretty much every time. It's just a matter of hitting the shot at that point. Get Right going to flash in toward long. MBK pushed up, as is Shoxy with that AWP, and through both doors he does take down Michael. So early advantage again now going the way of the counter-terrorist side. Happy on 37 HP, but again, still a man advantage. Get Right this time going to actually pick up that op that was dropped. And they'll rotate around. Forrest is already through middle, getting very aggressive.
He's got to be really, really on point right now because they've got to get the opening kill very fast on that B bomb side. There's 2 players on the side. There it is! That's exactly what the man is there to do on NiP. Forrest pulls it off. That's a great tag there from Get Right. Going to drop the smoke to isolate that player away. And he's going to turn tail and run. But it's a 3-on-3 here. Happy going to find Get Right exposed on catwalk as we have the bomb planted. Freiberg, Forest in with a very fast engagement. There it is. MBK takes him down now. Freiberg against 3 players, and Shoxy going to take him down on the window peak. And it's going to be the round there for LDLC. They hold on to these double orbs, only losing 2 players, but NiP, they invested huge amounts into that round.
So finally LDLC with an opportunity to get a spread on the map that would have been expected to go their way, although it was NiP's choice. But starting on the terrorist side against LDLC, they've shown cracks on it this weekend. Is a tough task and can be done. No one more up to the challenge than the Ninjas. They're going to go for 3 Tech 9s and no other investments aside from a scarce few grenades. But yeah, look at this. It's going to be Caught out, Existent. Michael are gonna head that direction though, but Happy's playing on the off angle in the corner, gets both of them easily, switches over to the USP looking for the third, not gonna find it, but he's done the damage, he's given them the advantage, although a get right evens it up on Kiyoshima, and they've managed to secure at least one M4, make it two as Get Right picks up his own, and with one on Forest, they could get an entry. Smith's gonna try and hold off onto B, but lots of flashes and smokes doing their job. And he can't quite find the player who jumped up over top of the box as he saw him just at the end as he tried to fire a shot through the smoke. And with two ops, they try and close it down. They do get Freiberg. That's the bomb. That's crucial. They're gonna get the second one as they try and spam away. Forrest not finding anything. And it's all on Get Right, who still sits up high on the stilts. Gets the shot from above. Shoxy down, 1 on 2. He's still got the sight. They still don't want to enter on him, but they do have the bomb down and he has to cross. So they've got to wait for him to force his hand. He's going to get up close, still watching, making sure no one's going to push through him on window. He will go for the peek now. He realizes he can get across. He's not going to play that bomb for the second straight time. He's going to force the peek. Thinks better of it, goes back. If he tries to get this plant down, he's going to actually use it smartly so with the protection. He's trying to bait it out. Smith's not close yet. Such patience, such wits from LDLC to gamble against Get Right's play. He tries to dump across. He gets a little bit of damage done. This is tense, and this time he has to go for it. He is going to hold it. They come through. They do the damage. They don't get the kill, but in the end, MBK does get him. And Get Right tried absolutely everything to get LDLC to come out of hiding, but they're way too patient for that, and they come away with it.
Very composed in that 2-on-1 LDLC. Get Right forced into more or less an impossible situation with that perfect play from the French side as they pick up another round. 5-2, and this has been an incredibly back and forth and scrappy match so far. Forrest on the picks here for middle. There it is, that's the Smiths we know, able to take down Forrest. That's an early advantage for LDLC. And Michael still has an AWP though, so it's not all over as Get Right's able to find a pick onto Long. That's gonna actually leave MBK alone there now, but he is very familiar with playing solo defense on Long here, on A. So just keeping things slow at the moment, NiP. Loads of time to work with. It's 4 versus 4, and that's definitely going to play in advantage of the T side here. Working towards some position. They're going to have Freiberg looking around Catwalk. He's very good at finding entries here and pressuring this spot and getting information for his team. That's what they need right now. Need to know where the hole in the defense is for LDLC. There's got to be one somewhere. But where can they find it?
Michael does have the bomb, interestingly, because he's the one trying to get that shot into B. That flash actually brilliantly caught out both Exist and him. As Get Right will join them, they are going to go in, but Smiths has already come around. There's no hole at B, but Michael that's what he needs to do. He gets the shot, but Kiyoshima's still going to be there, and he's doing damage, but Exist will put him down. Now Freiberg is going to close out on NBK on the rotate, so Shoxy's going to run and hide. A gun round going the way of NiP, and this match is everything we've cracked it up to be, back and forth, and if this is how the whole series is going to go, we've got a real nail-biter on our hands that could live up to pretty much every series we've seen up to this date in Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Yeah, and let's just check the money real quick there and the scoreboard as well, as Shoxy is moving around in A long. Maybe. There it is. All right, so you can see how the frags are going, how the money is for both teams. You can see it really reflects how back and forth this is at the moment. NiP might just be in a position to start actually forcing ecos from LDLC and start taking control of the match right here. And you can see, of course, MBK's not been getting a lot of action on long, which is why he's only got 2 frags at the moment. NiP been finding a lot of play towards middle, towards B and towards Catwalk, but not so much towards MBK's position at the moment. So good round for NiP. Only 2 behind LDLC now to tie up the match.
That was Michael first kill, by the way. It was, of course, not the first time he had the AWP out, but it was a key one. He's got to get all of those. Get Right, though,
typical Smiths. The thing is that everyone knows that Smith is going to do this.
That's my point. If he becomes too predictable, we saw Peter absolutely made him pay for it when CLG played them, and he actually gave up the op, passed it off to Shoxy and didn't play that position. He lost his confidence.
We got Get Right on the push here on A long, and this is the thing right now, is Get Right's just going to sit there. MBK may not have actually seen him push through the smoke, so they might not know that he's there, but there is actually a tiny pick so you can see the legs of the guy who's standing in that spot. So Get Right's not necessarily safe, but very key he is to push that position down to take control of long. As we're going to see Freiberg once again trying to work on the entries, but they have the option to go for the cat drop. LDLC though, they've had enough of this. They want to know what's going on, trying to get a peek into upper dark, and there it is. MBK does spot Get Right. Must have got the catch on the legs there underneath that blue container, but It's going to be NiP holding cat at the moment, still with options towards B, but they have Kiyoshima slowly moving down for information. Going to get spotted. There it is by Freiburg. That is an excellent kill there, completely dismissing Kiyoshima, and still, oh, nice tag there from Smith. 4 and 4 though, 30 seconds left. NiP need to make a move now. Michael Elliott with a wallbang headshot on the AWP, and BK looking for this defense now. He's alone. This is not an easy position to defend from. His teammates need to get here and fast. BK dancing the dance with Michael Elliott. Freiburg catching the rotators as usual. And things are getting awkward here, but LDLC have to rely on Smith now. 3 players left for NiP, all low, but Smith cannot do anything from that spot, and that's a nice round picked up by NiP as they extend the rounds for them. 1 behind now.
Great start. They lost the pistol T side. The eco brought them back into it, and they're hanging in there against the best CT team in the world. It was their map choice. They're confident on it. They're going back to that double op again as well. So Forrest and Michael Ailey, I think that's the way to go. So Forrest going to be entering with the ops, and Michael Ailey, there it is. He's picking it up now. He's on to Smiths through the cross at middle. Gives them the advantage early. It's the worst possible scenario for the CT side when you start out a round. And they'll span out across the map accordingly. The bomb's still back at middle with Michael Ailey there. Freiburg's pushing up just a bit more aggressive, actually trying to hold that angle from middle onto Catwalk, and Shoxy's there. If he comes around the corner, it could go absolutely horribly for them, but they both don't connect the shots required. Freiburg actually took the worst of the exchange, and as a result, Shoxy falls back, and they'll just hold on. But they're regrouping on long. Getright's already gone all the way up. He's crossed over. He's at the platform. And if they're not careful, well, they've rotated off the Catwalk, but they've got the site in full control. And here comes the retake attempt. Kiyoshima and Happy drop Forrest and Getright with the kills. And now NiP should be able to tie this game up with ease, as Shoxy with very low HP will wait on Catwalk. And NBK has done nothing. They haven't even been able to take down one NiP player, so no rifles to even pick up and work with. NBK is going to go long and immediately get spotted by Existence. So 5-5, great start NiP.
Yeah, starting to come back together for them at the moment. Six is trying to actually get a little bit awkward there, but that's finally taken down with the help of Freiburg. And this is what NiP really needs to get going, and all thanks to these excellent entries towards the A-bomb site at the moment. They're doing a really good job towards that effect. That was, I think, one of the first ecos we've seen from LDLC, and one of the reasons why those are so key is because that is the round where, in NiP's position, they can start actually getting bank, and once you start getting bank, it improves your options. You can take more risks on the economy or your prize.
Freiburg, speaking of which, has $9,800 at the start of this round, so they've got a great build going on for them now. They're going to flash over on long, and NBK's the man there.
We'll have to see if Getright is going to find a good challenge here. He has been... Oh, that's some good damage, and Shoxy's the glass cannon AWPer there. He has no armor, so that first bullet is going to throw his aim up, the aim punch effect when he gets tagged by bullets. Of course, not as bad on an AWPer as a rifler, but still, Shoxy not getting that exchange. Repositioning. This is a great position here for Shoxy. Very important here. Oh, he does spot the player. Oh, down to 5 health, so low. Shoxy in trouble now as Freiburg smells weakness, but Happy behind the barrels. Very committed in exposed position, but quite strong as those barrels can't wallbang them.
And no bullet penetration through the metal. So 5 aside, still up, despite that there's been some tense moments, none more so than Shoxy getting knocked down to 5 HP on Catwalk. He's still got that AWP, and he's adjusted over to long, but NiP look like they've fallen off that thought, and they'll readjust things toward middle. Forest, oh, he did want to go through. He got flashed off just enough to slow him down, and now they will address it. He's got that AWP. They'll peek towards CT first, and he might get NBK. He does so. Michael Ailey also gets a shot with the double op setup, and he makes another one up close. Kiyoshima drops down immediately. Shoxy responds with his own, but Michael Ailey's coming on strong when they need him, no question. As it's all but done in another round, so Ninjas in Pajamas should go up 1 on the T side. That's very, very impressive.
Yeah, that was a really nice execution there into the site. Entries from both AWPers. NiP have been looking really good with this new style, because this wasn't what they used to play with. You know, when Fifth Lion was in the lineup, we didn't see... We would see actually Forrest AWPing on T side, but not as much as we're seeing on this new lineup with Michael Elliott. They've been going much more aggressive with this, and we see some more damage here done by LDLC. There is Happy picking up a kill to get right. There is Shoxi with a defensive frag onto Freiberg as well. So at least that's something they can keep hold of those weapons. And Shoxi, more importantly, keeps hold of that AWP for now. And we know he's on 5 HP. Should have enough time to survive here. Just enough.
Exist got him. Exist got him right at the end.
Goodness,
and they had the money to pursue it, so Exist gets the kill. That's the op gone. That's absolutely
really
detrimental to LDLC and Shoxi, because now they're back to pistols. They've only got Happy's M4 to work with, so Ninjas in Pajamas might pull 7 rounds on the T side of Nuke, at the very least. If not more. Forrest again trying to get a shot through the smoke at middle, missing out on his opportunity. They've actually stacked over toward B this time. Happy's joined Smiths and Kiyoshima.
And we'll have to see if this upper dark take can work out for LDLC as they try to make their way in. Get some information. They got a player, Shoxi on Cat with a deagle. They can sandwich them here on lower dot. This could actually go well now for LDLC. Going to make their way in for the flank. That's good moves there from Smith. Does pick up the kill for Michael Lele. Good response there from Exist, however, as they are realizing that problems are at hand on Catwalk. Shoxi pulls out the Huandi, and Freiberg going to go down to Happy. What a round here from the French side. NiP scrambling to make sense of it all, as we now have Forrest and Exist left over. They have a minute left to work with, so they can definitely scrap together a play here, but things certainly look good for LDLC. They haven't been able to pick up a weapon just yet, though. Happy might just find the one-on-one against Exist. There it is, takes down Exist. Just Forrest left, but there is the frag with the AWP. 3 players left to find for him. 35 seconds now on the clock for Forrest. It's starting to get to be a problem here.
Smokes off middle. I thought by now he might just try and pursue on Catwalk because he knows Kiyoshima's at lower. So that means by process of elimination that MBK is the only one at A, but he wants to take this fight with Happy. He's going to try and come around, but he misses that up shot, and it's easily dealt back the other way. So LDLC do tie it up 6-6, and another eco for them. They pick up both AWPs as well, so that really, really brings them right back into it.
It's a huge shift on momentum, not just because they win, but they pick up big value on the double AWPs now, and straight back into the setups that they enjoy, that they're confident with. We're going to have Happy now. Going to be, is he actually going to boost? Yeah, they're going to go for the boost right there onto Cat. So they're going to have a nice presence on middle here. And we're going to get, indeed, Shoxi trying to push those double doors. They do get pushed back a little bit, but MBK is there ready on Cat to try to play with them, but his teammates couldn't make it forward, so he's going to have to back away as well. The aggressive intent here from LDLC on their CT sides, one of the reasons why they're so fearsome. But Michael Lele securing that position over towards Pit, able to take a kill onto Happy. And now LDLC feeling that pressure towards A.
And BK, who's been a little lackluster early on, hasn't quite warmed up per se, goes down again on Catwalk. So now they've got full control of A's. Get Right's already up on the platform. Shoxi's stuck down below at the elevator, and Get Right quickly disposes of him. So Kiyoshima and Smiths have the tough call. Do they want to go in on this, or will they save? And with the money as it is, really the only one who could buy would be Shoxi. Smiths potentially could force something out. I don't blame them for trying to run it high. Kiyoshima, though, will be under threat from Exist. He's going to come around. He's the lowest HP, so there's no doubt as to why he's hunting. And now he's told his teammates exactly where they are. And look at Get Right. He's running as fast as he possibly can to try and find Smiths as well. They want every gun they possibly can from LDLC. Freiberg's there. They've gone all in on this.
And they really have to keep these weapons alive now. So important for LDLC. Smiths. There's the couple of defensive shots. Got the support there long distance from Kiyoshima, and they will hold on to it for now. As my player just going to keep his AWP. Oh, wow, it does take down Kiyoshima. Very nice there, but luckily for LDLC, that wasn't the AWPer, and they can actually build a play off of this. You can see that Smith is going to go for a drop here for some teammates. Shoxi had a lot of cash as well, so they are going to be on the on a bit of a buy here. Shoxi picking up the AWP. So LDLC not out of this just yet. Still going to be fighting back. NiP have been doing well to keep them out of middle. We know that they want these lower dark takes. That's the presence Smith brings, but Forrest bringing a presence all of his own on A long, taking down Shoxi in the one-on-one.
They stay with this double op over and over again, and they're both getting kills. Forrest has found a few key ones. Michael Lele, as I've mentioned, has been absolutely strong and hard to deal with. Smiths has fallen back. He's readdressing the angle toward Catwalk. He's going to smoke it off, delay NiP just a little bit further. That's Get Right, who's the first man over there. He'll just lob an aid in hopes that someone is up close. Happy's the closest, but not quite where that detonation was. Kiyoshima, though, watch this all by himself. Oh, he's got to be careful not to peek too much. Actually, he's got to be careful not to turn his back because 4 players from NiP are going to come through. He's going to try and pop flash this and peek it. Oh, it almost works to his advantage. But I think with that shoulder peek, he did at least spot one, and smartly he'll fall back. He's inside the catwalk. Michael goes for the up close off, not able to hit it, but Freiburg does get the kill before Kiyoshima makes a double. Michael drop down. Happy's going to come back immediately on the rotation. Smith's with the op trying to find the players on the cross, but the bomb's already over. It's already down, and Freiburg disposes of Smith as he walks through that smoke, and Forrest gets one more onto NBK, so 8 rounds. Ninjas in pajamas. The Swedes are showing off why Sweden is very much considered the best Counter-Strike nation in the world.
Yeah, this is a really strong showing from them. Then the fact that LDLC have been flipping the tables on them so much, and the fact that NiP have been doing just that to them as well, it is actually ridiculous. It's so hard to follow, but right now it's pretty easy to see that NiP are on a big advantage. LDLC actually just forcing up here for the last round, got themselves the armor, they got some pistols, and only 1 CZ, but you better believe that they can pull back a situation with the resources they have in hand at the moment. So, not many nades.
Smoke on the corner, get right, couldn't find a shot, but now it's going to be Smith. There it is, the pistol started off, but immediately Michael again coming back and takes down Happy, and now NiP even it up, and they're going to get forced. They'll watch this push from Catwalk, beautiful flashes. Michael has got low HP, but Exist actually does get NBK. Forrest response, Kiyoshima's down and out. He's on low HP now himself. Smith responds with that 5-7. It's actually getting tense, but Exist will close out on Smith's. And NiP are just pulling well and truly out of reach at this point.
9-6 first half, NiP up on the T side here. Moving into that CT, they are going to feel really good about this. This is a best of 3, of course, the grand finals at the MLG X Games. NiP looking strong with Michael into 2015. They had a shaky year last year, added Michael just before, 3 weeks before DreamHack Winter, the last major of 2014. They got to the finals against LDLC. LDLC got the better of them in that grand finals. They're looking to switch things up here, and they are looking stronger at the moment. So, gonna have to see something special now from LDLC. They do have quite some tactics and strategies to display here on this this T side of Dust 2. It's one of their best maps. So
and it comes down to Kiyoshima ultimately. He's the man who's got to get the entries. Thorin said he's got a match Forrest. Well, Forrest went with an AWP, which wasn't the AK we're used to from him, but it worked so beautifully. So Kiyo.
One thing actually is that NiP, of course, when they played against Dignitas almost took them down. One of the bigger weaknesses was actually Michael on the defensive A, because they played setups where he became very key in getting the opening couple defensive frags. However, you can obviously, on the attack, mitigate this from LDLC's perspective with really perfect grenades. They are a team that have that capability, but at the same time, Michael has been stepping it up now. He's peaking, he's getting his game on. We're seeing that he's a different player from the first day, he's a different player from the second day. He's just increasing his level.
When they played against LDLC at DreamHack, it came down to him playing well too, so.
Absolutely. So that could be the difference for me. I'm gonna have to see a good performance here from Michael on his chosen position. He was on A previously, so I would expect to see him there again. But,
underway, halftime 2. Could be crucial for LDLC. They say they're the best Inferno team in the world. Well, it's gonna come down to that. They're gonna have to win that debate. As they do go for a stack at middle. Shoxy would have been victim to it, but they actually fall off it. That smoke just did enough, and he's getting dangerously close to being spotted as that smoke will dissolve, and they are still there. He's going to go through on this. He's got to be careful. Exist is going to get the shots, but all they get is information in the end, not a kill. As Get Right on Catwalk knows they're all in middle. Will pull back as well, and now he's got to deal with the push because Shoxy's coming through. Michael over at A. Nice shot with the USP. Good damage dealt. Shoxy's on 4 now. And that discourages them entirely. They go back and take a peek at how middle shapes up after any potential rotations. Exist gets the first into NBK. Shoxy's still surviving with that 4. They're going to smoke off CT though, but they aren't committing to a B split. They don't really have the manpower to do it. They've got to go all together. They've got to work as a team, and Smiths has the bomb trying to get up Catwalk again, so they've gone back and forth. They're looking for that opportunity. They're looking for the opening, but NiP's playing this well. They haven't given them much. They haven't gone away from anywhere. Watch Kiyoshima. He goes one-on-one with Exist. They're going to smoke him off again. Exist, though, wisely gets out beyond the smoke and scouts out middle That should give away the fact they are all going catwalk, with the exception of Shoxy, though. He has gone around to at least scout it out. He's going to realize now no one's there. They are both on catwalk, or pardon me, on platform. Get Right realizes he's there, so they won't even catch him off guard. And what a team play as Exist and Michael simultaneously get headshots. And Shoxy drops as well, so pistol round to NiP, and that's icing almost on the cake. We'll see if they can get to eat it as well if they close out on this match.
Well, you never want to count LDLC out in a round where they've brought up CZs, and in it, this is that key round that they're so good at playing this kind of a position, especially against the weaker rifles and some of the SMGs. However, they didn't actually decide to... Okay, there we go. We're going to see a bit of a later buy there, and just one smoke on MBK here, and they are splitting up, so we're not going to see a fast set play, a fast execute from them. Potentially just going to try to see if they can catch some fast engagements around cat and middle at the moment. NiP waiting, trying to use the ranges, they're not trying to push it, just trying to work on the team play setups and see what they can hold off here. Michael with the smoke there. We've got Shoxy moving past it. Shoxy's very good on these kinds of entries. Michael the P90 now in a lot of trouble. NiP need to get some support to him. Shoxy takes down Exist, in comes the spray. Michael picks up one. Get Right now to help him out, but he is going to get taken down. Happy going to flank Get Right, that's going to take him down, and once again, LDLC show exactly why they are sometimes affectionately referred to as LDLCZ.
Eco. Shout out to Hiko. We've seen 3 of them already in this match. LDLC actually do get an 8, so it's not just done, as NiP's going to try and make something out of it, but MBK gets the kill. Forrest is still in it, though. He's still got that UMP. He does catch out on NBK, but drops in the end. So they do come out with it. They do claw back.
A great play there, really nice entry onto that A-bomb site, and good to know from them. I mean, they understand how powerful catwalk pushes can be if you get on top of the site really fast. It comes down to the CTs making a couple opening kills really quickly, but Michael wasn't able to. I mean, the P90's not so reliable at those ranges with those players moving so fast. Either way, now NiP are 10-7, and this is a much different game now that we're seeing, because LDLC in control of things. Michael on a mag, rest of his teammates with pistols, couple deagles in play, Forrest and Freiberg. Very scary, but definitely harder to pull out these kinds of rounds than if you have the pistols on the T side, where you can dictate how the round actually goes. Instead, NiP have to react with their pistols.
And it's such a contrast to how they play with pistols. They man-mode it up, they rush in as a team, and they get the kills. As soon as they go to guns, look how careful they're being and how timid they are. It's one of those weird things about LDLC. Their confidence is, I mean, it's not confidence. They want to play it smart. They don't want to lose the guns, but it just seems so ironic almost.
Shoxy the man for the cat place, much like Freiberg, often is for NiP. Going to get themselves out into middle though. Looking for some openings here, but NiP, oh wow, there it is. That's what you want from Forrest. There's one, but still much more work to do now. Freiberg with his deagle, not able to connect with much, as now it's just 2 left for the Ninjas, as they have to fall back here now, save up these weapons. Michael with the mag and assist with the pistol armor. So LDLC, they have gone out of the danger zone, and they're holding on to 4 weapons at the moment.
I think very much they don't want to give away as much frag money either. They're going to have to save one more at this rate. So 10-8, potentially 10-9. It's definitely far from over. The bomb will expire. Michael Ailey's still at long. Might have MBK come around the corner, but it's actually Exist who's going to come under the most amount of threat. They are all lurking down below, but they don't go for the peak, so they'll get away with it. 6 players left at the end of the round. 4 guns still on the board from LDLC. Kiyoshima, the only one who didn't. He's got 5,700. He'll quickly buy out. Question is, what does he want to buy? Do they want to try and drop an op off for a teammate? No, they don't. He's going to go right to the AK.
I want to see a fast play here from NiP. Something aggressive, something a little bit chaotic. We saw LDLC actually manage to win a round similar to this by actually pushing players on cat and upper dark at the same time. However, they are going to just go a little bit standard right now. 2 players on long, challenging Happy. He's not able to get a quick frag there, so that's going to force him back and allow control of NiP's A long. And they can actually leave Michael there with the mag, but actually no, he's over towards cat looking for the jump shots, and Kiyoshima does get spotted, and I think he knows what's up over there, so might not challenge him directly. Long dropped towards A long. Freiberg going to go in for the peaks. There it is with the... Oh, that's a lot of damage done, actually. Forrest might be able to pick something up here. Two players incredibly low. Shocks on one. 29 and 26 for Happy and MBK. And that smoke grenade hitting Michael Lane on the head there.
2 damage every time that happens. Down to 98 for him. Forrest is actually getting aggressive. He wants to force the issue because he knows the timing is such that chances are they aren't still there, and if he can get in and secure the position when they come back, it would be a huge help. MBK is actually really low, so one shot from that USP could do it, but they're pinching on him. They've already gone through middle. Forrest is alone and he gets flashed off. There's absolutely nothing he can do at all. Happy, by the way, still in dark at mid. Might catch Get Right on that rotation, so LDLC gonna secure this round again. Get Right, though, not done with it and not going lightly. Still in behind, but Happy's gonna actually take him down and exists as he turns around with the 180, and Smiths close out. So they do all drop in the end. 1-point game in the first map of the gold medal matchup at the X Games in Aspen, Colorado. It's so tense.
Yeah, LDLC keeping their composure. From NiP, you can expect much the same. These guys are professionals, complete professionals. Again, if you are new to Counter-Strike, these two guys recently faced off in the grand finals of the last major, at the end of last year. It was a thrilling best of 3, and so far this is living up to that as well. Ryberg on the B defense here. Fast round here from LDLC. Serious business. They want to completely annihilate these weapons picked up by NiP. But it is going to be Michael Elliott to shut down Shoxy. They do have Happy looking for some entries. Alone, he does take down Exist. That's a huge kill. That's going to actually allow them onto the A bomb site. His teammates are going to try to get there, but the bomb is dropped in middle now. MBK has to go pick that up, but Freiberg is watching the angle. Oh, what a shot there from MBK. 2-on-2, but Michael Elliott Get Right. 1 in 5 health. Somebody call a medic. These guys are so low at the moment, and MBK going to go for the play on towards B at the moment, although he is stuck between some smokes.
And interestingly, they're so spread out on the T side. MBK is going to go the long way with the bomb, even though he had B, just because
smokes,
despite that they're, well, you're right, the smokes, and despite that they're low HP, he doesn't want to have to face a 2-on-1 situation. Kiyoshima is going to make that impossible as he takes down Michael Ailey, and Get Right still over B. That could have been really interesting if he went in for that, and actually they did come in and retake, because 6 HP, one player, it's still totally doable. 30 seconds left, they're still not there.
And I love the thinking from LDLC in that round. Just trying to hit a really fast timing up middle is really smart. Often, you know, when teams don't have ops, they might be a little bit light on the mid defense right at the start of the round, as a lot of players towards A. Come on, hold that. Well, let's see if Get Right can actually pull this off. He's got no health to work with. There you go, we'll get down. So I just finish my point quickly. When a team doesn't have any orbs and they know that NiP don't have any orbs, I mean, the presence on middle is not going to be so strong, especially as they know that LDLC are going to be strong on that mid challenge. So you're going to put some more players towards A long just to start things off. Then they might come in for some mid defense. But there we saw a fast hit. They beat the timing, got some opening kills. But NiP, they reacted well. To see if they can do something with these pistols here. Almost hit the shot. In fact, no, he did tag Forrest, actually, down to 6 health.
And where he had no armor at all, it actually takes him down to just 6, and MBK will close him off. Had he had armor, he would have had a little more to deal with, but now they're going to get aggressive on long, and Michael Ailey makes Happy pay for it, and with no one to follow in his footsteps, they give up the rifle just like that. So an AK to work with, but Kiyoshima doesn't care how many guns or men they've got. He's going to take them all down as Exist Get Right. Wow. And now Michael Ailey as well, all drop. We said Kiyoshima had to be strong. He has been. And LDLC are equal to the Ninjas in Pajamas half. They have the lead. It's 11-10.
That guy is an absolute beast with the rifles. Just like playing deathmatch there. All right, so 11-10 now. LDLC taking the lead. The money is looking very, very strong for them at the moment. NiP need to stop them right now and start building back their bank, because things are starting to get really out of hand. Smiths and Happy picking up the AWP. Happy does pick it up from time to time. More often on CT sides than on T, so we'll have to see what he can do. Wanted to use that spawn, does get denied a pick onto long. Meanwhile, LDLC take control of middle and catwalk. Give themselves all the options. Get Right is going to be close to those doors now. Oh, there it is.
Smiths gets Forrest, though. I mentioned it, he's strong on this map with the AWP. Continuing on with it, Get Right, though, still at long. Might come out, Happy's holding the reverse angle, so it's not just for free. Smiths with that bomb, watch out, Exist, though. Up close on Keo, he might try and go through. No, he's just going to sit behind the back of the door. Keo, I think, knows he's there as he nades through. And now they'll take...
This is what I was talking about as well.
Catwalk. Michael Ailey has to hit this shot. Happy finds Get Right. He waits patiently, and Michael Ailey actually realizes that they might come through that direction. He's going to fall off and try and catch him out, but Happy's equal to it. He takes him down, and it's all on Freiberg, who does get one in MBK at least. He's also going to spam through, does get Kiyoshima. This would be a 1v5 if he could pull it off. He's going to fall it back. I think, oh no, he can't even go for the save. I think that's what he was looking to do, but Happy catches him as well. So another huge round for Happy this weekend. He's had quite a number of them.
This is the thing, Happy. This guy can AWP really well. He's the in-game leader. He can rifle really well also. This guy is a jack of all trades, but he had a 3-kill round. That's really nice. But I love what Michael was doing there. He let go of the A site so that he could hold down long, make sure they're safe from a flank, and make sure his team could go for the retake. So that was smart by him. But LDLC on point, 12-10 now. Just got the boost over the smoke.
Just to give an idea of Happy's performance, every single player on both teams is spread between a distribution of 13 kills to 15, nice. But Happy's on 22 and exists.
Great prediction there.
Tries to respond back to Shoxy as he gets through the smoke. So another early advantage here for Team LDLC, and they want to build on it. They're going to smoke it off on Forrest, who realizes he might have company from both approaches. But Michael and Exist are still in middle, so they'd have to get through them first.
Here we go, we got LDLC. Still working on that mid control. Shoxy with that early pick there. Good prediction on the boost, the stack, as the smoke was down. Exist close range. Gonna spot there, that's missed that. Does get a tag actually. Not the frag though. As we do get a trade towards B. Forrest, good as always there. Gonna shut down some of the strength of a potential B split.
We've seen him get 2-3 kills, 1-on-3 in this site before earlier in the weekend.
Push is readying up now for NiP. For LDLC as they do. Well on the plat there, and very close to actually tagging down Forrest, but he's going to be okay here. And this actually might obscure his position a little bit, these flames. As in comes the push now. Forrest needs a huge result. He's alone against the entire squad. He goes down immediately to the entry power of Kiyoshima, as now it is a hopeless round here for NiP. They cannot retake this bomb site. And the best they can do now is just to hold on to their weapons, because LDLC, with money as good as it is, they're going to be on the hunt.
So Exist and Get Right going to have to be on their best and watch out for them as they come around. They can't hunt too aggressively though, because Shoxy's only on 11, Smith's on 7, Kiyoshima on 35. I mean, yes, they've got a lot of money, but throwing away 3 guns is still very costly. Happy pursuing through CT, and there it is. Look, Exist gets the first, Exist gets the second, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Although Shoxy's going to try and respond. He's only got 11 to work with. He does actually get the kill. So Get Right survives. They get 2 more guns out of the hands of the terrorists, but LDLC, a CT team on Dust 2, are pulling away, and now we are looking like that 2-0 prediction might be possible, because they claim they've got Inferno in the bag. We'll see if that's true, but it's not done just yet. Ninjas in pajamas with a potential answer. Get Right, the only one with that gun, though.
A new storyline in the making between these two teams. LDLC besting NiP in the previous major. Are they to be unstoppable against the Swedes? We're going to find out. I'm going to have Happy go for these picks again. He loves trying to get those picks. He's feeling really good on the AWP there towards long. Doesn't get anything this time. Only the rifle on Get Right at the moment. NiP playing a cautious round at the moment as well. 3 towards B, and this could actually work for them if they're able to push up a dot quickly. But LDLC are looking to put on the pace as well, as they do have Shoxy up through his usual tricks here. Going to get flashed over into the pick onto the A bomb site. He's going to pick it up onto Michael. Freiberg and the rest of NiP are going to try to make their way through upper dark, but that bomb is going to be easily planted down the A site. Forrest does take down MBK. That's going to be a gun for him. But again, that bomb safely onto the A site, so NiP with a lot to do.
This is questionable. Get Right has Happy in middle, as does Exist. Forrest is going to come around. Oh, he might catch Keo, but no, Keo's going to get him, so now Get Right's in an awkward position, as he's all that's left, and they know where he is. They're pinching from both sides. He's going to try and run. I thought they might have just tried to hold on to the 2 rifles they secured. They might not get any, because look how close they are, and Kiyoshima, man, oh man. This guy's making an early case to be Player of the Year for 2015, the way he's playing in this tournament.
And in the French shake-up, when we had all the French lineups mixing up, with LDLC, I mean, Shox was, I believe it was Shox who was kind of like nurturing Kiyoshima's talent and bringing him in, taking him on. And right now, he's proving to be everything Shox believed him to be. Kiyoshima looking fantastic. Still the double orbs working effectively here for LDLC. However, NiP with a double orb setup of their own. This could be the very round in which they're able to bring things back under control. That's it. Michael takes down MBK. Early advantage here found by the AWPer of NiP. However, Get Right needs to be very careful here now. Shoxy could just blow this round up. They passed each other. Get Right's gonna be a little bit confused. Does turn around for the trade. So 4-on-3, NiP still with an advantage on the players. The bomb in the middle, and Forrest picks up another one. Beautiful stuff
Get Right,
there.
finally. One of the keys this NiP looked to finally get another round. About time is the fact that Get Right in the first half was excellent, as you'd expect from him, but he's gone very quiet in halftime number 2. In other rounds, in other matches they've played on this map in the tournament, they actually have had a good crossfire along, but they haven't had a chance to use it. Exist will close out on Smith, so there it is. NiP do get to 11, but they've still got to hold on because it's only 2 rounds lost and it's all over on map 1.
Never, ever count out NiP in a grand final. You just can't. The amount of times that I felt like, it's over for them, they pull out the NiP magic, and we'll have to see if they've got it still in the bank right now, because it is very close right now. The money is completely screwed over for them. They've got to pull this one out. There's a great kill coming in from Smith. They're trying to get the trades working for them, but they just can't find it. And that early pickoff could be the difference here now for LDLC in this round. Forrest now warping.
And he's going to have to be sharp. He's the only one in the middle to hold it. They're still outside the doors. Shoxy's waiting at the headshot box for that smoke to go away. Smith's holding on to the cat angle as well, so no one can push there, but they aren't really thinking about it. And Shoxy, that's exactly what I was talking about. Just absolutely rips the head off Forrest. We'll see you next round, but Freiberg's not done. He's going to try and pop and flash in, but they're going to pass each other in the smoke, and MBK actually sees them because the back was turned, and now it's going to be Smith takes down Exist. Get Right all that's left. Get Right's going to spam away, tries to get happy, but he can't ask for anything at all in this round. 1v5. And it's going to be match point, map 1, NiP's choice of map, by the way, for LDLC. Get Right can even hold this gun. Happy up close with the op, takes him down. This is looking pretty much done now. LDLC want to go up 1 and start off right for this gold medal.
Sort of Happy, the in-game leader there, the Cerebral Assassin. And the reason why I attached Assassin onto that is because he frags so well. And right now, we're seeing no different from that. His team working as a unit. And they are so good. Look at this, all on the snipers. Oh my god. These doors, there's going to be nothing left of them after this round. As Happy's going to switch out for a rifle now in this...
They dropped that second op down awkwardly. I don't know why they put it there. That means they had to retrieve it.
They just wanted the ops for the early pressure on the double doors. They have so much cash in the bank, all on 16k basically right now. NiP on a defense here. 2 players on a B setup. They are rotating a bit aggressively here towards Catwalk. But they have to figure out what LDLC are doing. There you go, Michael Ellie picks up MBK through the doors. Good stuff there from him. Might just be giving NiP the chance they need. Exist only on the 5-7. Get Right with the cover though. Here it is. Misses a shot. Shoxy so good, but Exist. Oh no! What? Exist can't get the frag. Shoxy with 2 insane entries onto the Catwalk area. Michael Ellie now, can he save it? Goes for the jump shot. Won't connect. As now it's a 3-on-3, and what looks to be so good, so opportune for NiP, suddenly is turning to ashes. Can a Phoenix rise? Can Michael Ellie find a frag here as they move across the crossover? They are covering it well with these grenades. And there you go, Smith is looking for Michael Ellie. Smells the AWPer over there. As the fire is burning away towards CT. Bomb goes down, it's a good Molotov there. NiP going in, look at that, the Molotov's going to burn Shoxy alive. Michael Ellie going in now, misses the flick shot. 2 players down towards long for the LDLC lineup. Smith gets the frag, Forrest coming in, all on Freiberg, no! Kyoshima gets it, what a wonderful display of skill from the French lineup to bring it back to a dominant end of Dust 2.
Such even frag distribution for pretty much everyone, and although Happy was the man who was out in front, I think he was mid-20s, he might have ended with 25 after the last round. I give this full credit to Kyoshima. We said he had to be on task. We said he had to get these important entry frags. He got everyone that was required of him. And LDLC playing extremely well on T-side. Now go to the map they say, up for debate, but they say they are the best in the world on. Inferno next. And what can NIP do?
Yeah. I mean, Inferno is an amazing map for NiP. They prove time and time again that they are a fantastic lineup there. They always go toe-to-toe Fnatic. Fnatic, one of the arguably top 2 Inferno team as well, so can't count them out. Michael Ellie, one of his best maps, along with Dust 2, but that was just an insane display of star power from LDLC.
And they just couldn't get it going T-side. Michael went quiet, as to Get Right.
I mean, they had a great basic game. Kyoshima playing out of his mind, Happy picking up the AWP and like fragging like some of these rounds, like triple kills from him. pretty much everyone on LDLC was, at some point or another, incredibly dangerous. But guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with map number 2 between NiP and LDLC here for the grand finals of the MLG X Games. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss a single moment.